I came to St. Anthony for infant teacher to be out. No, 6 o'clock.
Yeah, I will. Shall I? Sarah, do you have it or shall I read it out?
You read it out. I have sent it.
Being the chairman of the committee appointed to investigate regarding the AGM misbehaviors, conduct, and the following board meeting, would like to withdraw all the remarks I have made with regard to Secretary General as to make the way for unbiased inquiry. All the remarks he has made against the Secretary General. In that board minutes, if he had made any remarks against the Secretary General, that is what he wants to remove, wants to withdraw.
So the statement doesn't say that it was a private discussion. In the event he wants to withdraw, that reaches to being biased. So then we, as I said in the previous one, you may have to appoint a fresh person to conduct the inquiry, because it shows if you make a statement and if you are not saying it's a private statement and you're withdrawing, so that means there is the intent of being biased. So that is why you are withdrawing. So it's better for us to direct somebody else to be appointed.
No, now that we have given it to Sarah classmate, I don't want to withdraw it. It's not good. Sarah, can you specifically say?
Yes, in this
withdraw?
email, I have mentioned before that. This is personally I discussed with.
Yeah, that is yeah. In the minutes, let me go, Palan.
Shirley, there is another email to I think to about 3-4 people, the Secretary General, the Gopalan, SVP, or the President. There is another email he has sent. I think you have to find it out regarding the personal conversation.
Because it has been sent to you. Can you take this out? That he has said that this is a personal note that I have, because I can't now go out of this Zoom because I am coming from the computer.
I have mentioned it is personally I discussed with her president.
Yeah.
Yes. I have mentioned and I have sent it to Shirley and Mr. Gopalan. That is nothing to do with the board meeting. I discussed personally with you only. That is why I want to withdraw that.
Gopalan, what
yeah, so I'm saying I can.
Can you read it out so that for the board?
I am using my phone. I can't use the computer because of forgets.
Yeah, I'm also. I can't go through the computer. I'm also trying to trace it.
Can I read it?
Yes, you read it.
Dear Mr. Gopalan, you have included some statements in the board minutes which are discussed personally with the chairman with regard to Secretary General. Please remove all related such quoting from the minutes. So it is clearly said it's for the personal the chat, and that has been taken into the board minutes. So it is, he has sent the email, I think, to Gopalan and me on 8:33 p.m. yesterday. I think Mr. Gopalan would have received it very well.
We are just wasting our time.
I replied also. I even replied.
Shirley,
last night.
Yes.
But now I can't take it out because of the problem.
So,
Shirley, if this is a personal one, it couldn't have been in the board meeting, right?
he was seated close to me and he said something to me. So that he says it was to me. So, but it had gone. Gopalan was seated there. It would have gone.
Then we had to remove that our part also. You are talking about us also. I made a mistake or something as secretary. So it also must be personal.
I think, Madam President, can I interrupt you for a minute, please, with your permission? Yeah, because I can't understand the logic behind this whole thing. Because when you're at a meeting, board meeting, if somebody doesn't want to record the statement, right, then they have to mention, of course, please don't minute this. I'm talking to you personally. But at a forum when all the entire board is represented and openly we are discussing it, and after recording, and I can't understand anything what Mr. Mahalingam had done wrong, because he has gone through the recording and he has stated in the minutes what exactly transpired at the board meeting and based on the recording. So if Mr. Sarat Kahaparaj is saying something is not there, right, then in that case we must go through the recording and see whether he has anything mentioned like that. But in that case, of course, we can just make statements anyway and then keep on withdrawing. Then there's no board meeting. How can you conduct board meetings such? Right, and also just to add to the Secretary General's comment anyway, what he said, right, if we are making any utterance or if you are talking any this thing, then it's up to the chair to stop that at that point. And those things not needed to be minuted. So chair should control this board meeting and stop at that point. But once we carry on with discussions, go on at deliberations anyway, and record it, and I can understand why everybody is blaming the company secretary. He has done the right thing by minuting. So which is because if anybody's objections, if it has been misleaded or wrongly recorded, then you can correct at this board meeting. Now see, like Mr. Rowan De Silva said anyway, that attack you want to withdraw. That's fine. But how can you make such a long statement where all of us heard? And now if he's withdrawing, honestly, I'm sorry to say this. I think I'm really puzzled. And so which means, of course, all the statements he had made at that particular board meeting is so in that case, all what we have said doesn't null and void. In that case, we can say no, you cannot do that. No, impossible. Once you recorded. I think Mr. Kirti Gunawardhan said the right thing. You know, I think please guide by the SVP who's going to take over. I think he said the right thing, and I'm also agreeing what he said. And please look into that, Madam President. Thank you.
No, not only this, I discuss, there are so many things I discuss with her, then you put everything into that. Unnecessarily, you are wasting time.
Sarat, can
there
you
are so many things discussed with so many people over there. So what is related to only the board meeting, you can minute, but other things you need not. But I told that this is personally, but if you all are not agreed, you can put it. The cultural chamber is withdrawing from, we are not going to be in the board and membership.
No, that
You can do whatever you like.
Mr. Gopalan, what we like to see is we like to see the recording. Can you give it to SVP? Then we can go to his office and listen to the full recording. If you can copy it and give.
I have the recording, Rohita, with me.
All right. So,
the president, senior vice president.
so Kirti, please give us a time. We will come to your office and listen. If whatever Mr. Sarat says is right, we have to accept it. If it is wrong, we have to. You can look at it. We all will come to your office, give us a date, and we'll listen to it and take necessary steps accordingly.
No, what?
Because
now, Sarat, I don't think he says that they have not said it. What he has said is said. What he says is he wants to withdraw some things that he has said against Secretary General. What he has said, and he says, yeah. Yes,
Madam,
let me finish.
Now,
And
yeah,
there was
please.
something he told me, he says it was not meant for the board, which has been recorded. So these are the things, he doesn't say he have not said. It must be in the recording.
Surely in that, if he has said this is only for you, the recording will loud and clear give it. No, it's with Kirti. Can we leave it at Kirti's hand? Can we leave it at Kirti's hand? Whatever Kirti says, we take it as respectful to Kirti and Sarat, and we'll proceed with this board meeting. Because now we have almost passed 40 minutes. We have respect to Kirti, we have respect to Sarat. You know,
we'll stop it at that. Okay. And then, okay, I'm not going to take the matters arising from the board meeting, the first part of it, which Rohit came, because the matters arising should come, Sarat should bring the report. He was to have a discussion with Ajit.
Madam, yeah, Madam President, can I just make a small statement there? Just to, I think we need, I have been hearing and looking at all these messages and stuff like that. to be fair by everyone and to make sure we are portrayed as a transparent board, I think we need to make sure that, to not be unfair by Ajit as well, we need to make sure that this committee is very independent, so that there isn't any confusion that the board hasn't been transparent as well. So I would like to relook at the independency of the committee amongst all these issues and discussions that are going on. So maybe I think that needs to be taken up by the other board members as well, and make sure that there is maybe independence and someone outside all these confusions and all that who looks at this committee, because otherwise it won't stand in good stand, whatever this committee is coming out with.
I think I would like to second that, madam. That's why I said we will ask the SVP to conduct this, because we can see a lot of things happening. So I would recommend we transfer this to SVP.
Yeah, okay. We'll take the.
I will, take that specific portion and share with all the members, then the transparency also there. So then everyone will know. Like, I mean, if Sarath has mentioned, not to state in the minutes, I can't remember anything like that. But of course, if that is there, so I will copy that portion and send it to everyone. That's the only thing that we have to clarify in this regard, no? Yeah, we will do that. Yeah.
Okay,
Sure.
then subject to all this, can anybody propose the minute? Subject to all these inquiries and regarding Sarath's statement taken, can anybody propose and second, or shall we go leave it at that and get into the new agenda and actually matters arise? I can't today take anything that arising from the matters, because it's everything made against Ajit or any allegations, because that was to be gone through a committee. So that committee report has not come. So I have to wait for the committee report. So shall I? So I am not going to take the matters arising from this minutes, except in a few, like the Gaul land matter, and at the bottom there are 2 or 3 matters. The 15 minutes which Rohita requested, and with his briefing, we decided to have a committee to inquire into this. So that report has not come. So without that, I'm not going to take any of those. Agreed? Because, hello? So shall I continue because they are with the new agenda?
I think better we subject to those things what we discuss.
Yeah.
Someone propose,
somebody propose,
and otherwise, we are just not approving the minutes and going ahead.
Yeah. Subject to that, can anybody propose? Keith,
I will propose subject to the things what we discuss has to be looked into, and then subject to that one, I will propose.
Somebody can second, because we'll have to finish quickly, get into the most important things now, Can somebody second? There are so many other things to be discussed, because these two meetings will be the last meetings which we have to plan for the AGM. So I don't want to waste time on this.
Okay, I'll second this.
Thank you. So we'll go for the Kirti.
Yeah.
There are 2 matters arising from them, which are at the very bottom, the Goal land. So that also you can take it with your presentation. You can look at the new agenda. Let me see.
Actually, goal land we can discuss since it's coming from the minutes.
Yeah.
I spoke to Sarath also, because Sarath said, he will fix a time and let me know. We will go there and discuss this. But only thing is the things became little bit violent and all that after that. And Sarath also, now we see that he also fallen ill and needs a little time. But Sarath, if you have anything to mention, if you can refix a date or something like that, so we'll restart it. We can get people like Dhammika and Ruan and all that also, and
Yes,
try to finalize
last
that.
board meeting, we requested Damika and Ruwan to go and look into that and to go and meet the police HY and remove these people, because Ajit went and lodged an entry. After that, the police promised to remove those people from the land. So that is the thing we have to do before requesting the party to come and have an inspection with us. The pending thing is to contact the police and remove these people, to take a backhoe and demolish that hut, a small hut they have put up over there.
Sarath,
Yes.
Shirley, can I make a small adjustment to Sarath's statement?
Yes.
When I lodged the entry, actually the police didn't undertake that job. Police asked them to remove, and they agreed to remove that fence. That time there was a fence and a small cottage kind of a thing, right? And they wrote it, they agreed, and they signed in their reply under the entry which I did, that they would dismantle the structure, right? But they did not do. Instead of what they did, they had reinforced it now, right? And they have put the side packs and all sort of things. So it's not the police which has taken. They don't have a civil authority. I mean, this is a civil case. They don't have the authority to dismantle, but these people agreed to do it, and for us to, and they made a request to do a entire land to survey, but it's a big one to survey. But
Survey I have already done. With my
yeah.
own money, I have not claimed from the federation. 27,000 I have spent and surveyed. Then only we get to know there is only not one land, there are two lands. Now
Yes,
we have
yes.
two plans and two deeds. Then only we got to know that there is 206 purchase.
Okay, Sarath, now what should happen is, when you go to police station, meet HY has to call them and ask why you did not dismantle the structure as you promised in the book.
Yes.
It's very simple. Huh?
Yes. So we have to go over there and meet the HY and recall this case again.
Yeah, I think so.
That is what we have to do. So the situation is not permitting us to go over there. So myself and somebody has to go over there. I am ready to go.
As Damika is in call
I can
and
come,
Ruwan
Sarath, no problem.
Yes. Let's go.
Yeah.
We'll wait for some days, because this situation is not good. Everywhere roads are blocked, and we will get into that. So we have to go in the expressway. No, it won't take much time.
Yes.
After next week, we'll fix and go.
Sure.
We'll do that. Okay.
Okay, so that will be attended to.
Yes.
The status of the audited accounts, 2019 monthly accounts, still, I think it is finished, but Kirti and I have to sign, but we've not done it because they have not removed the qualification from the audited accounts. So I've been talking to Damika as well as Chamara. There has been at the board held on the 8th September 2021, it was agreed to remove the qualifications. The only thing is, Mr. Gopalan, it's in the recording, but it has not come to the document. So Mr. Gopalan sent the recording, but then still they said it has to come in the minutes. So then Gopalan has written a letter with that, taken an extract of that meeting, and he has signed and sent it to me for me to sign and send it to Chamara. So I called Chamara. Then Chamara said, now best thing is at the next board meeting, you put this to the next board meeting, new board, and get this approved, and you send the what Gopalan has sent signed, and also the board minutes, then I can remove it. That's what he said. So I'm just going to, he has read this, so that we want the new board approval for this. Extract from the, can Gopalan read it or shall I am going to read it?
Please read it, ma'am. I don't have the.
I'll read it. Extract from the minutes of the meeting of the Board of Directors or the Federation of Chamber of Commerce and Industries of Sri Lanka passed at the meeting of board held on 8 September 2021. It was resolved to revoke the decision made by the Board of Directors at the meeting of Board of Directors on the 27th November 2014 to make an installment payment of rupees 100,000 per month to the Norwegian Embassy in settlement of rupees 25 million odd, right? Further, board resolved not to agree upon the claim by Royal Norwegian Embassy on certain expenses incurred by the FCCL with regards to project RCSL, announcing to rupees 25 million odd. Stating that those funds are misappropriated on the following grounds. So these are the grounds. There are no credible evidence to prove that the funds are being misappropriated by FCCISL. We found during the inquiry from the regional chambers that received funds out of this project to their respective chambers. Third one, the donor has not commenced any action on the claim of these used funds up to now, such as conducting forensic investigation, etc. Considering the above facts grounds, Board of Directors of FCCISL is in the view that there is no such liability exists to repay the funds referred by the Royal Norwegian Embassy as misappropriated as of now. This is the extract which was approved at the 8th September 2021. So now this has to be, they want me to put this again to the new board and with the new approval in the minutes to send this to them for them to remove the qualifications.
Madam, I have a small question to ask. Now, if you are sending this to remove this qualification, it basically says that we do not need to pay this. But while doing it, now a couple of weeks back, we went and met them also. And meeting them is basically, so indirectly, we are agreeing that there is something to be paid, and that's the signal that we are giving. So at the same time, we are putting something to this board, a resolution that we do not need to go just for the sake of removing the qualification. So I don't know whether it's a right thing or to do.
Saranga, can I clarify that point?
Yeah,
that
please.
Is,
somebody
that
can
is,
address.
That is not the full amount. You know, they are talking now almost about 50 million, 25 million, 25 million at the second stage. Now, of course, we went in for discussion. You know, I think, you know, the FCCISL, the past presidents, all of them has written to them saying, you know, that they are accepting that. So what we want to do is, you know, we want to clarify the point with whether it's 50 million, how did they arrive at 50 million? According to our records, it says only 25 million. So what we want is to remove from the qualification only the 25 million portion, not the full thing. Full thing you cannot remove because already we are committed for that.
Yes, in my tenure, I have paid 8 lakhs back each month.
Yes, 8 lakhs back. Yes, correct.
Yes,
and of course, there is a record to say that out of the funds we have paid 20 million also. So when we met them, we raised the question, you know, according to our records, you know, these are things that we have. So then, of course, you know, they said, you know, they will give us an opportunity to have another discussion that, you know, they have fix it for the 9th. You know, if we can go on the 9th, I think we can get more details from them.
What is the exact objective of this meeting? We went just to.
Of course, they have sent a letter of demand, and you know, we said we will want to settle amicably. That's why we went there. But that meeting was good, and you know, nobody shouted at us, lucky enough, I mean, knowing our faces, I think seeing our faces, no one feel like, shouting or anything. So it was a very, very peaceful meeting, I would say. They appreciated our coming, all that, we said, we also want to settle this amicably. So we are a chamber, you're a embassy, and, all credibility has gone. And of course, we made a point, the time of these incidents, the directors who was there at the board, none of them are here today. We are a completely a new set of people, come from different other organizations. So therefore, if there is a mistake at that time, do not think the same way that, these guys also doing something like so. So they understood very much, and, they were very positive. That's the reason that, they said that they give us another time to show some of the things that they have from their end. So that
Yes,
will
that is the way we have to settle with them.
Yes.
We have to attend to their meetings and go on like this, and ultimately we can request the country situation is like this. We are not getting any income like that. We can appeal.
Yes.
Ultimately, but we have to go for meetings.
Yes.
Otherwise, they will after sending this demand, they will put on the case.
Yes.
No, they have asked we have asked for a new meeting that is to further discuss, but they said first to bring our proposal.
Yes.
How we are going to pay, because they will.
Of course, agree that is the best way forward. And always, if you talk, there may be things that we can sort. But my question is, while we are doing that process and we received a letter of demand as well, we have initiated some discussions with them. At the same time, there's a resolution coming, whether that's a sound thing and good thing to do is what was my question.
Actually, Saranga, this is something new, which was not recorded properly at that time. Only we are trying to rectify at this board, just stating at the board this it's available in the recording, but it was not mentioned on the board minutes. Therefore we will include in this minutes. That's what he requested. That's what we are trying to do.
That was approved at that particular board meeting. It's only on the record. That's the problem.
Yeah.
So he has taken an extract and that has to be put to the new board for approval.
Yeah.
What has been approved at this particular board meeting.
This is the same thing what we have approved at that time. We are going to again reconfirm. That's all, Saranga. Nothing new.
Shirley.
Hello.
Shirley.
Yeah.
Can you hear me?
Can hear you faintly.
Yeah. With all, sorry. Can you hear me now?
Yeah.
Okay. With all my due respect and regard to you and all the board directors, I had to make a statement. Please, Mr. Gopalan, record this for any eventuality or any future reference. When the letter of demand was sent, and they have made their intentions and they have clearly quantified the amount. And at the same time, we are here, you are passing today or reconfirming something passed that we need not pay. What you read now is clearly says that we need not pay it, right? And at the same time, we have sent a letter saying the settlement of funds. That's what the lawyer had said. So all these are very confusing. And as the CEO, I want to say future references and eventuality. I am not a party to the I am not a party to the decision, and no way I support this actually, because due to it is very confusing statements. And from the corporate world, there are so many examples, right? Telling public one, and at the board meeting, passing resolution against that. So please, I had to make very clearly, I respect the board. You can go ahead, but no way, even my mind or my thinking or my thoughts are with this kind of a practice. Excuse me, right? Sorry.
We have to get this, otherwise we can't get the qualifications out there. 19.
No, madam, you have all right. I am not a member of the board, right? I am not a member of the board.
Not the board.
Yes,
sorry.
but this is my, yeah, I'm not a member. So you have all the discretionary, the powers to move forward, but please note this matter very clearly. That's all. Thank you.
No, I'm asking the board now because now 2019, we have to finish the accounts, and we really want this qualification. Otherwise, we will never be able to get any projects in the future. Because I have personally experienced, because as soon as I came in, there was a big project which we applied and we didn't get it because of these qualifications.
I have many experiences. I tried the same thing. So one of the big projects which we would have got easily, when they recommended another party and went it for this IUCN. So since they did not recognize us when there are qualification in our accounts. So that's I'm also very keen, as board members, everyone has to understand in the first place, if we can clear that, then at least we can get some work to FCCISL.
Funding, we are in a bad situation, we need money. And I know very well the 3 projects that Ajit wrote also, මේවා හංගල තමයි එයා ලිව්වේ එළියලා ගත්තේ. ඒකත් මම දන්නවා. මේවා පෙන්නන්න නැතුව ඉස්සරහට දාන්න නැතුව තමයි මේ ඒ ප්‍රොජෙක්ට්ස් එකත් ගත්තේ. ඉතින් අපිට ලොකු ප්‍රොජෙක්ට් එකකට ඇප්ලයි කරන්න ඕනේ, අපේ accounts අරින්න ඕනේ. ඔය ප්‍රශ්න තියෙනවා.
Have you written to Norway embassy earlier by any of the presidents that we need not pay?
Hello? Yes.
Have you written to Norway embassy earlier by any of our previous presidents that we need not pay, we are not liable to pay?
No, we have not written like that. We wanted amicable settlement, and because we want to prove that there are some, because all the funds are not been, misappropriated. There could be some funds that have been given. So we don't know, because this had happened long time ago. So
actually we explained this, we had some evidences from after we said, since we are new to this one, we start talking to the people who was in the project and some of the past presidents. Then we said, that we found, some of the monies has gone to the chambers and we have evidence for that. So they accepted that. So they said,
it's honest to come up with a proposal. Yes. Come up with the documentation, proof and proposal.
So that's what they went to the extent of, further having a discussion, and they also will share some of the documents that they have, so which is good for us. Then we will know their side also, how they have arrived at these decisions.
Yes. They are asking the entire 50 million to be paid.
Yes.
That is not the case. Now we have utilized that for the development and given to the chambers. The only balance only we have to verify.
Yeah.
That is what we want to tell them.
Yes.
Not everything is not robbed, some has been given. We don't know, we can't say, because this new board, we don't know. It's been happening years ago. So that's why we wanted a chance to express ourselves. And that is why now they are continuing with in a very good manner. They have asked us to come and meet them. So we are trying to settle it in amicable way.
Balance money we have put into the fixed deposit, that is with, I think, commercial bank. Against that we have taken the OD. Entire amount. Yes, 27 million. It was there when we were taken over. The money is there, but it has utilized entirely for the overdrawn facility.
Yes, true.
So
they have taken a facility against that one, Sarath.
Sarath, they had earlier, the Kumar Mallimarich management has taken overdraft. During Vatu's time, we converted it to a term loan. As a result, about 3 to 4 million had been paid off.
Yes.
Right. Okay. Thank you.
So now, let us see what we have to put this to the board, and that's what Chamara said. Unless we don't get the approval now, we can't proceed with the accounts, which we want to finish this also. I do want to finish it also.
Yes. You put this into the board, then.
You can ask, who wants to who's with this thing, and if anyone against. So then you can go ahead. Otherwise, we are just
Yes, there is nobody
wasting
against,
time.
no?
No,
Yes.
so shall we? Okay, I think.
Actually, this is a decision which we took with the same board took, some time back.
Okay, Gopalan, then please minute this now require and minute the document in the document. Do the minutes as soon as possible and send it to Chamara. I will courier these 2 letters with my signature. Then he can finish finish the 2019 audit, because we have to get into the other one also before the AGM.
Yeah, actually, the 2000 and 2001 also we have to do and finish off the next AGM.
Now it's almost done. Only 2 of us has to sign, because this was not removed. We didn't sign, so we can do that, and then I will ask him to finish that. So the other, okay, thanks. And
so President, you can go ahead with removing that. It's not an issue. But only thing, as far as I am thinking, I think it's not correct. So therefore, can I make my objection?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah, you can go ahead, but I'm objecting something. I think it's not correct. So, but you can minute it, but you can go ahead with it. No problem.
You go ahead, but not.
What is not correct, Mahendra?
Yeah, why?
What is not correct?
No. What I'm saying is earlier we agreed that we will pay, and now say we are taking it out.
No.
So,
still we agree that we are going to pay. No change in that. But only thing is we have a doubt, this 50 million, actually we have paid 20 million, we have paid 800,000, we have paid. And a part of that, their original claim was 25 million. Later they have come is, since, we had a deposit and we test, I think probably for that reason, there is no clear reason also given for that. They have added that also into this amount and they are claiming. Now, what we want to do is to make this 50 million to 25 million. So by doing that,
we will be mentioning 20.
Yes.
Yeah, so we'll be mentioning 25 million, right? Then it's okay, right? Okay.
Yeah. Okay.
Then it's okay. Yeah, okay.
It's also, now in this document, it says also 25 million.
Yes.
Okay.
All the 25 million we don't have to pay, because from this only some money has been given. We are not talking about 50 million here.
Okay, right.
25 million. Balance we have to pay. Okay.
Then, then we can take it as everyone agrees. Just check that and confirm, Madam President.
Quickly attend to that, get that, and I will immediately courier this to Mr. Chamara so that he can next week finish it. And the Norwegian matter, I don't think we have to discuss now, do we? We just now discuss about that status of the Norwegian. Encroachment of the Goal land also we discussed. Status of the ongoing projects by Secretary General. Hello.
Okay. Thank you. I think I sent my feedback to the strategy committee, since for the benefit of the board, same I will say. The out of 3 projects, the International Finance Corporation IFC project is little held up. They don't want to have any Zoom meetings this time, because there is a very bad situation and everybody is confused and disillusioned. So they have for about 1 month, but maybe in May they will start it again. They were waiting till the situation improves. They know all the companies are also basically not in a position to focus and concentrate on the project. But so far, what we have done, they are very happy, and we will have another 3 more Zoom meetings. Maybe we'll start towards end of May. That is one. Number 2 is SOIG project. Their consultant has not yet completed the business plan for FCCISL, because FCCISL is the authorized body to issue the business coaching licenses. So that has to be done through a marketing plan, business development plan. So those that have been basically have not been developed 100%, but to a great extent they have done. So I think that will happen maybe end of this month. Most probably that will happen. So for sure, FCCISL will get it will be a, what shall I say? It will be a income generating model to FCCISL. But the part of the infrastructure is being built with the universities, so that those universities will start their programs most probably. Actually, end of April was the date, but little delay due to the situation. Maybe first week of June, they will also start the training programs, and then they will be graduated, and then to finally get the license from FCCISL. So that is that stage. And next one is the World Food Program. It will be ended up in June or July. But since they are basically happy with the first phase, we had the SPN meeting about a month ago, and they will basically come out with a new project. That's my hope, and there is basically a good opportunity and the potential for us to get another project with FCCISL. So those are the things, and then the other project, that's what I am eyeing for with the help of the Ministry of Health and the Embassy of China and CCPIT, to introduce the trusted trader platform. And only very recently I managed to get at the director at Ministry of Finance, because they were very busy with other matters like IMF issues, this and that. And yesterday also I met him. And he said he will definitely respond very positively, because for Chinese to do some funding, they need the approval from the Ministry of Finance. That's it. So that's all. And also the gender gap analysis report was published, or say issued by the Asian Development Bank. And I have already contacted some consultants for them to come out with a funding proposal and to lobby for funding, because we have a very good, very accredited, and that document is basically a work of Asian Development Bank. So it's a very good, the documents to convince the funding agent. So I have already spoken to some consultants, and they are working on it. Maybe they will also complete their funding proposals, maybe maybe end of May, they will also do. So that I think we need not pay anything for this thing, that's the agreement. But when they will do the lobbying for us, and the project will be done through us, because it's a project design and based on the FCCISL strengths and weaknesses.
Okay, Ajit, any more to say? Hello?
No,
Hello?
no, that's all.
Thank you. Thank you, Ajit.
Madam, can I ask something from Ajit?
Yeah, sure.
Ajit, now we have this CEO thing. The progress is very, very low. So any reason for that? Why aren't we, getting some business there? Because already we still have a negative balance. I found, recently, some of the incomes coming from the projects also on and off is reducing according to they are trying to cut down cost. So with all that, we should have some kind of a regular income source for the FCCISL.
Yes, okay, I fully agree with you. There are two things basically we are trying to do. One is the issuance of certificate of origin, and other one is to basically develop our training arm, right? So, but we all these months we managed to do once a month the training, but it's not enough. But only thing is, it's a matter of competencies with the only 2 staff remaining people. I believe it's a matter of competence, that basically to push that kind of a specialized department, we lack some manpower, or say the competencies. But the other thing is the certificate of origin. That's I always tell them, they don't need any special competency. It's a matter of the promotions. But I think if we can basically have a small budget, I have told them also to do some internet-based promotion. The promotion, I think we will get more more certificate of origins. That the promotion part is lacking. I also like to request Saranga to talk to that PR agency we managed to get in, for them to have a regular meetings and for us to use them for our promotion. I think the lack of promotion is the main reason.
Ajit, to me, I feel, we know if we contact the Department of Commerce or even Customs, so then we can find out, who are the bigger exporters. It's a matter that, we have to talk to them rather than, using different platforms. You go to the guy, who has already business and talk to them. I think, now I can see the only thing in, I should not, tell this at this one, since I represent ICC, but I'm telling, during the time that, all the incomes are going down in ICC, the only revenue that they increased was the CEO. CEO has gone up to almost about, they are touching 700 to 800,000. So per month, which is a very, very decent income. I would say even Khane or anything, even though there is big money. So this was a tremendous improvement, because what happens is I think, Ajit, we have to look at this more seriously. If the existing staff cannot do, you make a small paper and, put it to the next board and say, tell us the cost. And, somehow we have to push a guy to sell something. These now already we have made the software. It's a case, if you sell online, the money is coming to the FCCISL.
Agree. I will do it.
Please.
Okay. Shall I get into the next? Anything more, Kirti, or anybody else?
That's all, yes.
Okay. So next is actually it's one of the most important area like in our country and the business situation. There are so many issues, every sector is affected. And to start with, now we have joined with the Ceylon Chamber, and also I can see Quit Coil, and to lobby for common issues. And that is extremely good, because that has a lot of weight. But in the meantime, we had a meeting with our regional chamber members, and they came out with so many issues. And I would like, Kirti, you are the one who moderated this. So and also yesterday at the strategy, we discussed how we should address this. I would like Kirti.
Ajit, can you share the one what you sent? Because then the people who was not there also will understand.
Which one?
No, you make a small minute and send minute, not
Yeah,
minute.
yeah. Ajit, you had
points which we have discussed there.
I can't understand.
No, you send a minute, no, summing up everything to everybody.
Okay, you start. You can start briefing. Let me get back to my email.
Or if you can take one by one and take.
No, you can put it on screen. I will go ahead. Some of the things I can remember out of that one.
From that, till then, I will say that we separated. There are financial issues, business issues, political issues. That yesterday at the strategy meeting, what we decided was taking the financial issues and some business issues related to finance also, that we will meet the governor and the finance minister, and we'll take a document and go and meet him also with a few members of the regional chambers. That's one thing that we decided. And also, and continue lobbying with, also join in with the other chambers. And political issues, there's no point in our shouting, nobody's listening to it. One suggestion came from Rohit, actually, if we make a document and give it to the Mahanayakas, whether it could, that is one thing, option. So these are the decisions we made. If you can, yes, Rohit, Kirti, you can.
Yeah. Actually, now out of the ones here, I will not talk everything because it will take time. Some of the matters are related to, the present situation where the businesses has taken a lot of loans and, they cannot settle, that is a very, very difficult thing even for a chamber to address right now. But we have to address. But in the meantime, from the banking side, they also collect somebody else's money and lend it to someone. So if they are not recovering, so then there is a instability on the whole economy. So therefore, leaving that aside, we took out of this one. Actually, we had a meeting, the EDB meeting we had yesterday. There I mentioned this Mr. Vishwalingam's case. Ajit, do you have Mr. Vishwalingam's telephone number?
No, I think our Kuladeepan has it.
No, okay, I'll collect it. Actually, yeah.
Okay.
That's it. Yeah. Actually, now his one, he said, he has 3 projects already, which can be launched immediately. All the raw materials are locally used and local raw material. So therefore, it can be so I mentioned this at the EDB. So I said, I will send the numbers today. And, for them, one of the high officers to talk to him and see what he needs. We together, EDB and Federation, will try to support him. If he has any issues, we somehow will get him down and we sit with him, we'll go with him and, support him. Because at least if we have a case that, we have gone and supported the guy, who's got into export of using local raw materials, that will be a very, very good case study for many others to follow also. Then when I was talking to Kuladeepan after this meeting, he also mentioned about the ilmenite and, the lot of potential they can do more value addition. So I said, why not we set up a meeting with the EDB? Now EDB also, all ministers has changed, everyone has changed. But I think, even there is a change now, there is nobody, then we can press the officers there and we can fight to get some money. They have collected a lot of cess. I don't know whether it's there or not. We questioned this at yesterday's meeting. They said the finance ministry only utilized that, even they have collected. So we said, at a time like this, if there are guys who can export with the local raw material, EDB officers has to find a way to support them. So they agree that they said they will do. And on top of that, they agree that they will give the complete export basket statistic also to us for us to analyze and say what are the things can be exported more with the local raw material, because we have a big crisis. Even many of the exports now, even example, if I as an exporter, what we did was we imported paper, plates were imported, everything is imported, and we do a local value addition and sell it. So the value addition is low. In the case of garments, it's the same thing. So if there is a local raw material can be used, agriculture-based ones, if there are, so then there'll be a lot of potential. They admitted, they accepted that. I think we can take places like other chambers, COIL, everyone on board and lobby this case. Of course, but of course, if when there is a guy says that, he has 4 projects in hand which can be done immediately, so we will try with him. So if I don't know whether these projects are good or not or anything like that, but of course, he said all locally, I know the know-how, all that, he mentioned. So that's one point. Then Kuladeepan also, we will put on the same thing and, say if the local, that's also a case where the local raw materials can be used. Then another one came from Matale Chamber. They said, it's a in between city, and there are a lot of people used to buy batik and all that, So I mentioned this also to see whether already, I think Mahendra is there. Mahendra is a big man on batik. I discussed with them. They have an online platform. If you can get your guys to contact them and see whether we can have a platform there to sell batiks. It's so then can make some money, because but their complaint was there's less foreigners now visiting or by passing through Matale, so therefore the business has come down. So that's something which we have proposed. Then the other things are more related. Agriculture issue is there. That of course, I told Tusit to give some information, because as it is, we are almost running out of seeds. So we have a hybrid system development. Now we can't get out of that one immediately. So therefore, we need to have seeds, we need to have fertilizer, we need to have pesticides. All three we have to have to feed our people in this country. So that's one point, which we have to address and, press the government to give more priority. So there, of course, what happens is the inputs are not very, very high, like, I mean, you import the seeds and give the fertilizer and give. So then the growers will start growing this. And in the meantime, there's another thing that we can address in the same time. I think Tusit has the lot of background to that, his chamber also. We are talking about 50% post-harvest losses. So if we can reduce this also to some extent at this time, that will be a consolation. So that is those are the things that I can mention out of the meeting what we had. There were various other things that people discussed, difficult to give, continue to work with the existing staff, and things like that. Then things like financial issues, the fuel issue, all that, these are the things, that I think, when it comes to the fuel issue or anything, if we come to the stage where people do not have anything to eat, so that will be the worst scenario. So therefore, I think, isn't that a good idea for us to issue a press release on this one, mentioning, the importance of, importing seeds and, encouraging our farmers to grow again. So we can, the board can present your ideas also, then after that we can go ahead with that.
It's good to prepare a press release. Yes, that will be good. Any ideas from the board?
I think that's an excellent idea. Maybe we can get some ideas from Tusit and amalgamate it, and make a FCCISL press release of importance of the seeds, the fertilizer for the time being, to ensure that we don't go in for starvation.
Yes.
So it should be a hitting topic. FCCISL recommends caution starvation.
Yeah.
And we can put with a strong point, and we'll get it published, and maybe Ajit also can put something. Tusit can give the outline of imports of it, and let's get this release.
And some kind of statistics with regard to the post-harvest losses also, if we can mention there. So then at least, the people will look ways and means to reduce that at this stage, especially.
Yeah.
Put some priority now, no? Anything more than anything else. So it's good if we can put a press release like that.
Madam President, the issue right now is Sri Lanka is a place where we do not think, how it's grow and, things like that. We think, oh, that will be available at the vegetable shop.
Yeah.
But, there'll be a day that it's not going to happen.
Yeah. True,
We should caution everyone.
Yeah, that is a very good thing. Yes, to caution everyone. Yeah, even the government and the people to give priority to agriculture.
Madam President, can I add something to what SVP mentioned? Yes. Thank you. I agree with, I think SVP, we had a long discussion on this matter as well. Well, certainly, I'm sorry, Kirti, I was supposed to send you a write-up, and I have already done halfway. And unfortunately, my wife had a fall anyway, so I was with her all these days, couldn't enter to that finalize. But by Tuesday, I'll try to finish this document and send it across to you. I think which is very important point. We as Sri Lanka Food Process Association, we have already, I think I mentioned this at that meeting also, we have already lobbied, and also we have made few press releases. I think I'm not sure whether you all aware that we are Sri Lanka Food Process are part of National Languages Council as well, and where they, in fact, they also have sent have done some press releases. But I have a lot of facts anyway with regard to even the post-hour losses, which is it's little less than Kirti, what you mentioned. According to our statistics, about 40%.
Okay.
But actually, there's no definite data on that, but approximately around that figure. Yes, definitely we can touch on that, because if we can stop that, if we can prevent these losses, that will add to our value chain as well, supply chain. So it's very important. It's a very important point, and I'll definitely within next by Tuesday. Is that okay if I send it to you all the details by Tuesday?
That's okay. This is actually, even I would have done some more work on this one. I'm also stuck with this some Lions work. Our convention is coming during this weekend, so after that I'll be free, and I will take more time on this, and we'll try to do. We'll try to do something, because it's the need of the hour. Because what happens is now, if we don't do now, so we ourselves have to regret badly,
I don't know. Another thing is there any possibility for us to have a brief briefing on this? Because I can get our people also to get involved if you all can organize. I don't know. Probably Saranga can help us on that, perhaps,
Yeah, Saranga, let Saranga talk.
Yeah, now public relations PR is coming next topic, so you can talk and see what on this.
Yes, I also believe, starting with what the last topic discussed, I also believe rather than just issuing a press release, because these days there are a lot of press releases, it might get not get highlighted as well. Since this is an important topic, yes, if we decide to have a press briefing, as the PR committee, we can handle the operational work. We can make sure the media is there for it, and get a good mileage and visibility for it as well. So I also agree with it. Better to do a press conference, maybe selecting, since we do not need to spend a lot of money on it, we can think of maybe a cost-effective place like Sri Lanka Foundation, or some similar place where we can then do it at a kind of a controlled cost as well.
Yeah.
So if you all want to do it from our end, we will do the entire management of it, of the press conference. That can be done.
Yes, Saranga.
Yeah.
You can take the lead.
You can really plan that one, because by that time we can ready with the material and stuff like that. So we will get someone from.
What is the tentative date we are looking at? Then I can look for an option also.
Can you also comment about?
Saranga, what is generally for a press briefing? The good days are, it's midweek, isn't it?
There are no good days, bad days now. Every day there are, it's newsworthy. Those days we were talking about good days, because sometimes if you go to Friday, Thursday, you lose Sunday papers.
Yeah.
But now more than papers, what you really want is getting, if it is a press briefing, we need to get some coverage in electronic media mainly. So it's daily basis. So either we can have it at the morning hours, then it will be covered in evening news items for sure. And more than newspapers, since electronic media is more important, I think we can think of any day. It's not an issue at all, but avoiding, better to avoid Friday, other than, and also Monday. So the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, are basically preferred days if you need to get, because if it is Friday to go to Saturday, less audience.
Yeah.
Monday, basically little bit of rush also for everyone. So Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we can think of having it.
Thursday 19th වගේ ගමුද tentatively.
Okay, right, okay.
Yeah, that we have almost 2 weeks only.
Okay, I won't be in Sri Lanka on 19th, but I will make sure everything will be.
ඉන්න දවසක තියෙනවා හොඳයි නේ.
ඔව්
I'll be
ඒකයි.
there from 13th to 19th. I won't be here.
13 to 19. Then we push to the next week, 25.
Yeah, that's fine.
Then shall we take tentatively 25th?
Okay,
So
I'll
we
check.
have time also.
We are looking at about 30 participants from media. I think that's enough.
Yeah.
Okay. I'll look for a place as well and update.
Okay, fine. Okay.
Okay. Okay, thank you, Saranga. Next is AGM date. And after that, I'll go for we have to get the AGM minutes also confirmed, but I would like to decide on the AGM date, So we can't have it this month. I'm also at the end of the month, it's our convention coming on the Tableau Hall. And June, from 21st to 27th, I'll be out of the country. So it should be before that or after that?
July wala gamu ne.
July.
Then we can finish off the accounts and all that. That also we need time, no? Because
So
we
then
have to finish, we have to get the approval of the board, then go back to them, all that. No?
We can, with this now, we can finish the 19 accounts. Now, once this is expedited, I'm going to courier this tomorrow itself and let Mr. Gopal and send the minutes. And then once he finishes that, we'll get on to the 21 accounts. We'll finish that also. So then it's July. So date, can we think of a date? Or?
July towards end July.
All right. So date, then we are not, next meeting shall we fix? We think it's July. Okay. Yeah. Definitely July, yeah? No change. Definitely July. Because probably after July also I am planning to go out. Okay. After that, in August, I may not be here for some time. I am here, but.
Okay.
So July is fine.
July 21st, 28th or something like
Friday
that. Friday වුණාම wedding events එක clash වෙන වැඩි නේද?
Shall you and I will discuss about a date and which will get it confirmed at the next
board meeting. Yeah.
Strategy meeting. Oh, then the AGM minutes have been circulated to everybody. Gopalan said he wants to get the approval.
Are we seriously have to get the approval for AGM minutes by the board, because it has to go to the AGM itself?
I also thought so, but Gopalan said so.
I don't think, because AGM has more than 30 participants and we have only.
We can't change anything or say anything.
Unless that we need to get an observation of the minutes. And I don't think there's reason to get an approval from the board. Somebody senior can.
Shirley.
Yeah.
For the last 7 years, I'm at the FCCISL.
Yeah.
Never in the history the board minutes were, AGM minutes were discussed or taken up or confirmed or subject to certain condition confirming, or nothing has happened. I can tell and I can request Mr. Gopalan to show if it has happened in the future where the board is deciding on the minutes.
I also thought so, but
Never in the history. Please record my statement.
Gopalan.
Yeah.
has AGM minutes come to the board approval at any time? But I also
No,
thought
if the board decides not necessary, it's okay. Then I don't have.
because it has
No,
the
no, not
can't change
approval.
it,
No, no,
Not
not approval.
I think,
Not
last
approval. We have
AGM,
to
we
go through it.
discussed many things. It has to be corrected and all that. So
Yes.
therefore, it is better that, we look at the minutes and discuss at the board and, take some corrective steps of the things which we spoke there as wrong doing and wrong practice, all kinds of things. So we should not repeat them.
So should we take it now or should we take it? There is a board meeting just before the AGM we are going to have. Should we take it at that time?
I think surely in that case, the procedure for the AGM can be discussed here, the procedures. But the board minutes bringing here is absolutely, it's rubbish.
Ajit, out of the board minutes, if there is anything, it is good for the board to take corrective steps. Nothing wrong in taking that. I agree with you. We don't have to give the approval. That I agree. But only thing is, bringing and, if something is wrong, if we are correcting rather than waiting for the next AGM, isn't that better?
Yes,
No,
that is better. That is
I have
better.
no issue.
Yes.
Yeah, but the board, the minutes cannot be passed by the board. Please.
No, no need to pass.
No,
No
no.
need to pass.
Yeah, SVP, what you said is correct. So we can't approve this, but only thing, whatever the measures we can take to correct this, we will do it.
Yes.
Go through it and correct it. Only that.
Yeah.
It can be done,
It
but
have
not
been
approved.
circulated. So is there anything to be corrected? Board directors can come up with it. I mean, a discussion only.
Or shall we give a little more time to read
Yeah.
this whole thing and,
Board
now,
meeting.
yeah, then of
We'll
course,
take that up at the next meeting because the time is running fast and okay, let me see what we have the next. I have to give last board meeting. Take a request
Madam,
for
can I quickly check something? I just checked with SLF, Sri Lanka Foundation, for the press conference, but they are closed. I can check on Monday. But if just for my reference, is there any other place that you all recommend to have it other than Foundation? So I can Monday itself I can finish it. I just wanted to. This is for the press conference that we have discussed earlier.
Colombo Chamber
We had it in Sri Lanka Foundation as well, and we had it in our office as well once, press conferences. So we have to go to a hotel, that's what I'm asking, or just Sri Lanka Foundation kind of a thing is okay, right?
Yeah, hotels are a little expensive now.
Expensive, very expensive. So Foundation kind of a thing is okay now?
Foundation එකට වැඩි ටිකක් හොඳ තැනක්
I also didn't come to
මෙතන this one the what do you call I don't know whether they give it for press conferences මොකද කදිරගම Institute.
Yes, I think they give, but I'll check that as well.
That's a good place where you can get outside people to come and cater. ඒකට extra cost එකක් යන්නේ නැහැ.
Right,
and their auditorium is superb because that has the chairs on different levels, which everyone sees the head table very well, and they have a public address system too.
Okay, right. Okay, I'll check that. Okay.
But you all had the coil meeting. I saw a picture. It was
coil was at Jaik Hilton.
I see.
Okay, right. Okay.
That will be expensive for us.
Yeah.
These days, the hotels are very expensive. I think I don't know the snack menus, but dinner menus goes above 8,000 now.
No, actually, snack menu is enough for a press briefing.
It will be about 2,000, 2,500, that range, I think.
That's
about
at least that range, yes, correct.
2,500 to 3,000, but still it's about 100,000 minimum, 100,000 to 120,000 if you go to a hotel.
There is another hotel where they do near Kolpiti. They have boardrooms. They have small. I think once we had the EGM also there, no? Ajit, can you remember?
Yeah. This multi-lakh hotel.
That's right. That's the one.
What is that hotel?
ඒක තියෙන්නේ හරියට මේ මෙතන වෝග් එක එහෙම ඉස්සරහා පැත්තේ පාරෙන් අනිත් පැත්තේ.
Mandarin there? Is it Mandarin?
Ajit.
Yes, it's Mandarin. It's Mandarin.
Yeah.
It's a Mandarin.
Okay, I'll check that answer. Right. Okay. Thank you.
Thank you. Thank you, Saranga. Thank you, Kirti. Yes, good to have a press briefing. It's very timely. Last board meeting, there was a request from Indika asking for a 10 minutes to speak to the board, but at that time we had no time, and I told him I'll give it this meeting. So it's over to you, Indika.
Before that, can I take up one? Surely, because it was a pending one. That Tirukkovil land matter.
Yeah.
What's that gentleman? He called me.
Yeah.
And he asked what the situation, because now the situation is sometimes different organization try to acquire lands and all that also going on. He said, but already we have sent the letter to the business registrar. He has to give the approval. Mr. Gopalan, do you have any update on that?
He spoke to me also. There is a buyer, so we have to tell it now itself.
We had to check with them on things last 2 days. Monday and Tuesday they are off.
Yeah.
Anyone Monday morning I'll get it done. I'll get it.
Because there is an offer for 4 million.
If nothing has happened, please let me know. So then I will talk to the registrar. He's with me at the Accounting and Auditing Standard Monitoring Board. Since better you check first with the
Monday morning I'll let you.
Yeah. Please.
There is an offer for 4 million now itself before they change their mind.
Yeah.
Okay. Oh, Indika, over to you. ඉල්ලුවා විනාඩි 10ක් එදා බැරි.
දැන් 10ක් එපා මට. මොකද දැන් මේක අහගෙන හිටියා. thank you මට මේ opportunity එක දුන්නාට. මම ඇත්තටම කතා කරන්න මට උමනා වුණේ මම හිතන්නේ මම මේ කතා කරන දේ regional chambers සියලු දෙනාටම වැදගත් වේවි කියලා. මොකද මේ වෙද්දී අපි commercial high courts වල අපේ case එකක් යනවා අපේ chamber එකේ president කරපු වැරදි ක්‍රියාවක් නිසා මුළු බෝඩ් එකම එක පැත්තක අපි ඒ ඩිසිෂන් එකේදී බෝඩ් එකම එක තැනක හිටගත්තා. නමුත් අපේ මිස්ටර් මැක්ඩොනල්ඩ් ඔබතුමාලා දන්න කෙනෙක් එයාගේ තියෙන මොනවා හරි යම් සම්බන්ධතා නිසා FCISL එකේ බෝඩ් එකත් එක්ක අපි ලොකු අපහසුතාවයකට පත් වුණා. නමුත් ඒ අවස්ථාවේ අපි දීප විටක්ම උත්සාහ දරුවා බෝඩ් එකත් එක්ක අපිට ඩිස්කෂන් එකක් අපි බෝඩ් එකට SVP ට එතකොට මේ අපේ මිස්ටර් කවුද අජිත් පෙරරට අපේ මිස්ටර් ගෝපාලන්ට අපි හැමෝටම දැනුවත් කරා මෙන්න මේ කරුණ සම්බන්ධයෙන් අපේ අඩුතරමේ මේ රෙජිස්ටර් කම්පැනි රෙජිස්ටර්ගේ තියෙන එතන තියෙන ડોකියුමන්ට් එක දීලාවත් අපි පිළිගත්තේ නැති තත්ත්වයක් ඇති වුණා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා එවැනි දේවල් වෙන චේම්බර් එකටවත් මින් ඉදිරියට ඒ කියන්නේ නොවන විදිහේ කන්ස්ටිටියුෂනලි මොනවා හරි ඇමෙන්ඩ්මන්ට්ස් කරන්න අවශ්‍ය නම් ඒවා අපිට ඉදිරියේ AGM එකක් එනවා. අපි ඒකදී හරි අපි ප්‍රොපෝසල් එකක් හැරෙට ඉදිරිපත් කරන්න බලාපොරොත්තු වෙනවා. අපිට රීජනල් චේම්බර්ස් හැරියට අපිට එවැනි දෙයකට අවස්ථාවක් ලබා දෙන්න කියන ඉල්ලීම කරන්න තමයි ඇත්තටම වුණා වුනේ. රයිට් ගොඩක් ස්තුතියි මේ අවස්ථාව දුන්නට.
හරි. thank you.
ඒගොල්ලන්ගේ ප්‍රොපෝස් කරන පොයින්ට්ස් ටික ගත්ත නම් හොඳයි නේද අපි?
ඔව් ඉන්දික ඔයා ප්‍රොපෝස් කරන පොයින්ට්ස් ටික
මම ඒක ඉන් රයිටින් එවන්නම් අපි ඒවලක් තියෙනවා. ඒ කියන්නේ constitution amendments වලට මොනවාද ඕනේ කියන එක නෙමෙයි අපි ඇත්තට මේ වෙලාවෙ ඉල්ලුවේ. අපිට වෙච්ච මේවා අසාධාරණය උඩ FCISL බෝඩ් එක සහ FCISL එක පිළිගත්තේ මිස්ටර් මැක්ඩොනල්ඩ් පෙරේරා කියන තනි පුද්ගලයාව. නමුත් එයා අපේ ලෙටර් හෙඩ්ස් වයලේට් කරා. ඔයාලට ඒව කරලා ලෙටර්ස් එවපු ඒවා තිබුණා. අපි ඒවල කොපීස් ඉල්ලුවා. කිසි දෙයක් අපිට රීජනල් චේම්බර් එකක් හැටියට අපිට ඒවලේ කියන්නේ ඔයාලා ඒක ලබලා දුන්නේ නැහැ. එක එක අවස්ථාවලදී එක එක දේවල් කිය ඒක ටයිම් වේස්ට් කරා. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා මෙතනට අපි ඇත්තටම රීජනල් චේම්බර් එකක් හැටියට බෝඩ් එකට අපි එවන්නේ අපේ රීජනල් චේම්බර් එක රිප්‍රසන්ට් කරන අදහසිනුයි. නමුත් ඒ එන ප්‍රෙසිඩන්ට් කවුරු හරි මොනවා හරි වැරදි වැඩක් කෙරුවොතින් අඩුතරමේ අපිට ඒක අපේ මොකද්ද කියන ගැටලුවවත් අපිට අහුම්කම් දෙන්න තරම්වත් FCISL එකේ බෝඩ් එක කාරුණික උනේ නැහැ කියන එක තමයි අපේ අදහස තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් තව රීජනල් චේම්බර්ස් එනවා මෙතනට ඒ අයටත් ඒ වගේ ප්‍රශ්න ගැටලු ඇති වෙන්න පුළුවනි. අඩුතරමේ අපේ ඉන්න කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරි පුට්ලම් චේම්බර් එකේ කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරි මිස්ටර් ගෝපාලන්ටවත් ඒක හරි මේවා එකක් අපිට උත්තරයක් හරි මේවා එකක් දුන්නේ නැහැ. මොකද හේතුව බෝඩ් එක යාට ආන්සර් කරේ නැහැ වගේ තත්ත්වයක් තමයි ආ ඒක අපිට කෙලින්ම කිව්වේ නැහැ. නමුත් එවැනි දේවල් ඉදිරියට මේ නොවෙන්න තැනට වැඩ කරන්න කියන එක තමයි අපේ ඉල්ලීම. මම කියන්නේ පුට්ලම් චේම්බර් එක හැටියට මම හිතන්නේ අනිත් ඩිස්ට්‍රික්ට් චේම්බර්ස් වලටත් ඒක බලපාවි. මොකද ඒ වගේ අවස්ථාවක් වුණාම මේ අපි කියන්නේ ඒක අපිට සමහර තැන්වල ඔබතුමාලාගේ මේ කන්ස්ටිටියුෂන් එකේ ඒකට ප්‍රතිපාදන නැත්තම් ඒවා මොනවාද අපි යෝජනා කරන දේවල් හැටියට අපි next AGM එකට ඉස්සෙල්ලා in writing බාර දෙන්නම් කියන එක තමයි සඳහන් කරන්න අවශ්‍යතාවය තිබුණේ. මොකද අපි මේ අවස්ථාව ගන්න මම හිතන්නේ අවුරුදු 1.5 2ක වගේ කාලයක් බලාපොරොත්තු මේ බලාගෙන හිටියා මේ කෝට් කේස් එකට යන්න කෝට් ඕඩර් එක දීලත් එයාට පුට්ලම් චේම්බර් එක වෙනුවෙන් ඉන්න බෑයි කියලා ඒකත් අතින් ලිව්වා කියලා ඒ ජජ්මන්ට් එක ජජ් අතින් ලියපු එකත් ප්‍රශ්නයක් කියලා අපි ඒ හේතුව උඩත් ගොඩාක් අපිට අහුම්කම් දුන්නේ නැහැ කියන එක ගැන අපිට ලොකු කනගාටුවක් සහ කනස්සල්ලක් තියෙනවා. දැන් කෙසේ වෙතත් පස්සේ දේවල් නිවැරදි වුණා අවස්ථාවකදී මේ නමුත් අපි අර නඩුවකට ගිහිල්ලා චේම්බර් එකක් හැටියට ලොකු අපේ සමාජිකව අතර බෝඩ් එක බෙදීමක් තියෙනවා කියන ඒ අමිහිරි අවස්ථාවට මුහුණ දෙන්න සිද්ධ වීම ගැන තමයි අපිට ලොකුම කනගාටුව තියෙන්නේ. ඉතින් ඒක දැන් විසඳිලා තියෙන කරුණක් නිසා දැන් එතනින් එහාට මම හිතන්නේ අපි කතා කිරීම ප්‍රශ්නයක් නෑ. නමුත් ඉදිරියට එවැනි දෙයක් නොවෙන්න කියලා තමයි මේ අදහස් ප්‍රකාශ කිරීම සිද්ධ කරේ. ගොඩක් ස්තුතියි.
හරි ඉන්දිකා අපි
ඉන්දිකා හෙලෝ ඉන්දිකා ඇහෙනවද? ඔව් මම බොහොම කෙටියෙන් කියන්නම්. ඔබතුමා මට බොහොම කාලයක් තිස්සේ විවිධ එවපු ලිපි ලේඛන මම සියල්ලම බෝඩ් එකට දාලා තිබුණේ. ඒක බෝඩ් එකේ නෙමින් වරද. නමුත් ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරියට බොහොම ඉතා සුළුවෙන් විසඳ ගන්න තිබිච්ච දේවල්. හරි ජජ්මන්ට් එකක් හරියට එක දවසකට එකක් කිව්වා නම් ඔයගොල්ලන්ට උසාවිය යන්න වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඔයා අපිට නිරකරුණේ අපිට මේ දොස් පවරන්න ඕනිත් නැහැ. නමුත් ඔබතුමාගේ වේදනාව සාධාරණයි. මට මතකයි මම කිව්වා මට ඇවිල්ලා ඔය ප්‍රශ්නේ කිව්වහම මං කිව්වා ඉන්දික ඔයා මට කම්පැනි රෙජිස්ට්‍රාගෙන් බෝඩ් එක කවුද කියලා සර්ටිෆයි කරලා මට අරන් දෙන්න කියලා. හරි. එතකොට මම ඒක ගෙනල්ලා අපේ බෝඩ් එකට දුන්නා. නමුත් එතනදිත් ආවාසනාවකට ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ බෝඩ් එකේ සෙක්‍රටරිමයි අපේ සෙක්‍රටරි, කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරි. මෙතනදිත් ඔයගොල්ලෝ රිෆර් කරන්නේ හැම මැට එකක්ම ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරිට අපිත් ඕක පිළිබඳව අපි රිෆර් කරන්නේ කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරිටමයි. මම හිතනවා කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරිට ඕක ඊටාම පහසුවෙන් විසඳන්න තිබිච්ච දෙයක්. ලොකු දෙයක් නෙමෙයි. ඒ කියන්නේ 8 පන්තියේ ළමෙක් වුණත් දන්නවා කම්පැනි එකක අධ්‍යක්ෂකවරු මණ්ඩලය රෙජිස්ට්‍රාර් ඔෆ් කම්පැනිස් වලින් සහතික කරලා දීලා තියෙනවා නම් that's it. එතනින් එහාට ප්‍රශ්නයක් නැහැ. ඉතින් මම කනගාටුව ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා ඔබතුමාට වෙච්ච අවහිරය සහ අපහසුතාවය ගැන. නමුත් ඒක මේ බෝඩ් එක නෙමින් වග කියන්න ඕන. මම කාටවත් දොස් පවරන්නේ නැහැ. නමුත් කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරිට මේක බොහොම සුළුවෙන් ඉතා සුළුවෙන් ඔය වැඩේ කරලා දෙන්න තිබුණා ඔයගොල්ලන්ගේ කෝට්ස් වලට යවන්නේ නැතුව. ඉතින් මට කියන්න තියෙන එච්චරයි. ඔබතුමාගේ මේක ගැන මම සතුටු වෙනවා. මේවැනි දේවල් ඉදිරියටත් අනිත් චේම්බර්ස් වල වෙන්න පුළුවන්. එතෙන්දී කම්පැනි සෙක්‍රටරි හරි මතයක් හරි විදිහට එක දිගට ප්‍රකාශ කරනවා නම් එහෙනම් මෙච්චර ප්‍රශ්න ඇති වෙන්නේ නැහැ. ඕකේ thank you very much.
ඕකේ මොනාරි කියන්න තියනවාද ඒක ගැන?
මම එකට එකඟයි. අපි දැන් වෙලා ඉවර දෙයක් ගැන අපි දැන් කතා කරලා වැඩක් නැහැ වගේ තැනකනේ අපි ඉන්නේ. නමුත් මේක ඉදිරියේදී මේක නැවත නොවෙන්න තවත් කෙනෙකුට ඇත්තටම අපේ constitution එකේ තියෙනවා අපේ company chamber letterhead එකේ sign කරන්න පුළුවන් letter එකක් මොනවා හරි draft කරන්න පුළුවන් articles වල තියෙනවා secretary ටයි president ටයි දෙන්න එක්කෙනෙකුට විතරයි. නමුත් ඒක violate කරලා එවපු document එකක් federation එකට එව්වා. මම මිස්ටර් ගෝපාලන් ගෙන් මම ඒ ලියුම දැක්කා. ඒ දැක්ක නිසා මම ගෝපාලන්ට කිව්වා අපිට මේකේ copy එකක් දෙන්න කියලා. නමුත් අද වෙනකන් අපිට ඒ ලියුමේ copy එකක් ගන්න හම්බුන්නේ නැහැ. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ දේවල් කරද්දී ඒ කියන්නේ අපි මම දැන් පුට්ලම් ප්‍රෙසිඩන්ට් චේම්බර් එකේ ප්‍රෙසිඩන්ට් හැටියට මම ඒ වෙලේ වයිස් ප්‍රෙසිඩන්ට් හැටියට හිටපු නිසා මට මේ ප්‍රශ්න වලට ඇත්තටම මුහුණ දෙන්න සිද්ධ වුණා කන්ස්ටිටියුෂන් එක අනුව. නමුත් ඉතින් අපි ලොකු එෆර්ට් එකක් දරලා අජිත්ත මම companies registers of company එකෙන් මම form 40 එක මේක ගෙනත් දීලත් අපිව පිළිගත්තේ නැහැ. නඩු තීන්දුවත් අපින් ලිව්වා කියලා පිළිගන්න බෑ කිව්වා. ඉතින් ඒ වගේ දැන් අපි මේකේ මීටින්ස් වල මමත් දැන් 3ක 4ක විතර මේ සහභාගී වුණා. හැමදාම තිබුණේ මේ අපි වැඩක් කරනවට වඩා අපේ කමියුනිටි එකට වැඩක් කරනවට වඩා අපි අතර ප්‍රශ්න ටික විසඳ ගන්න තමයි මම දැක්ක හැටියට කාලේ ගොඩාක් වැය කරේ. ඒක මම හිතන්නේ හොඳ දෙයක් නෙවෙයි. ඉතින් ඒ නිසා අපි මේ වගේ දේවල් හැමතිස්සෙම හරි විදිහට කරුවා නම් කවුද හරි කියන එක නෙමෙයි මොකද්ද හරි කියන concept එකේ අපි ගියා නම් මම හිතන්නේ මේ අපේ ප්‍රශ්න වුණත් එන්නේ නැහැ. මේකෙන්ද මට ඒක ඇත්තටම ඒක මේ අපි ලොකු හිතේ දරාගෙන හිටපු වේදනාකාරී හැඟීමක්. ඉතින් ඒක තව ආයත මින් ඉදිරියටවත් අත් නොවේවයි කියලා ප්‍රාර්ථනා කරනවා. එහෙම වෙන්න දෙන්න එපා. බොහොම ස්තුතියි. මම අපි චේම්බර් එකක් හැටියට හැමතිස්සෙම FCCISL එකත් එක්ක සහයෝගයෙන් කටයුතු කරන්න අපි සූදානම් වෙලා ඒකට අපි මේ කැපවීමෙන් ඉන්න බවත් මතක් කරනවා. ගොඩක් ස්තුතියි මේ අවස්ථාවේ අපිට මේක කතා කරන්න අවස්ථාව දුන්නට.
ඕකේ ඉන්දික මේ අපිට ඊළඟට තියෙන අපේ කාලේ අඩුයි. අපි දැන් ඊළඟට සමන්තගේ කේස් එක ගැන අජිත් මොනවා හරි කියන්න තියනවද?
ඔව් මේ මාසේ අග වගේ හියරින් එකක් තියෙනවා. එතනදී මම ඒ ලොයර්ස්ට කිව්වා ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඕන සමන්තා මෙතනින් අස්සෙලා ICC එකේ වැඩ කරපු කාලයක් තිබුණා. ඒකේ terms and conditions මොකක්ද කියලා දැනගන්න. ඉතින් මමත් දැන් ඒගොල්ලන්ට ඊමේල් අපේ ලොයර්ස්ට 3ක් විතර යවලා තියෙනවා. ඒ ෆෝමැට් එක එවන්න නැත්නම් ඕක කවුද මේ කීර්ති දීලා ඒකේ අර කඩුයි මේ කඩුයි කියන්න පුළුවන්. එහෙම නෙමෙයි. ඕගොල්ලෝ අපිට කියන්න මෙන්න මේ ඩීටේල්ස් තමයි අවශ්‍ය කියලා. එතකොට මේක මම හිතන්නේ බෝඩ් එකේ මිනිට් වෙලා තියෙනවා මේ පහුගිය කාලේ බෝඩ් මිනිට් එක. එතකොට මම මේක කීර්තිට දෙන්නම්. එතකොට කීර්තිට පුළුවන් ඒක ෆිල් කරලා දීලා හරි ඒ ICC එකෙන් හරි අරගෙන අපේ ලොයර්ස්ට දෙන එක ඉතා වැදගත් ડોකියුමන්ට් එකක් නඩුවට.
හොඳයි. කීර්තිට මොනවාරි කියන්න තියනවද?
ඇත්තටම කියනවා මම කියලා තියෙනවා ICC එක they don't like to give a letter on that. You know, they told if you want you or the president who was there at that time, you can give a letter. So like, I mean, I can say, of course, you know, we took him as he's not a full-time person we took, you know, that we want him to continue. If the performance is good, we will keep him. If not, we will not keep him. That was the basis. But only thing is he was involved with too many different things at that time. He was the secretary to, you know, one of the ministers. All that is there, but he didn't have the time. So therefore we discontinue him. That's all.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, Kirti, then if you can attend to that. And under any other business? Is there anything?
Early.
Yeah.
Yeah, I want to make a statement. Actually, I thought today I cannot join the board meeting because of the power cuts. We don't know what time it goes. That's why I sent a mail today. It's one point is I will tell. I think for the last 7 years, I have been a permanent invitee to the board every time. And first time the board meeting was conducted without me. And so must tell that the board, I am a person, Secretary General, who attended the board meeting when my father's body was lying at our residence, right? That's how my commitment to the board meetings. And when I got the invitation, that's how I have respected. By the way, when I go through the minutes, I think I need another 15 days to reply. There are a lot of accusation. Doesn't matter. I am not taken back, or I am not shattered. I am now much more motivated than before. After I read that one, and I also have another minute, another request to the chair and the board. If the apex body of the chamber movement takes hours and hours to talk about one person and completely forgetting what's happening all around in the world, I think we are basically, we have to rethink of the value system. I feel the very fast erosion of values, right? This is a good example, right? More than an hour, more than nearly 2 hours, the entire board had discussed about one person and in his absence. How ethical, how moral it is, I don't know, right? But I am not taken back, and I am not shattered. I am more energized than before. So I will reply to all the accusations against me. Thank you very much. I have no personal grudge or personal anger against anybody, because those are the things that basically make us much more stronger. Thank you.
Anjit, now there will be a committee where you can reply. There will be a committee. So through that you can bring your the replies. So this meeting is over. I would like to adjourn it. Thank you very much for coming for the board meeting. Today we had a good participation. I think Abbas had to leave. He has sent a message. So all of you, thank you so much. I hope we will be able to meet at the next board meeting in Colombo. So next one, this one also I want to have it physically, but unfortunately with this situation, so hopefully next time we will meet in the office.
Thank you. Thank you.
Okay, thank you very much.
Thank you.